So today we're talking about why you should consider using the hack lift in your training to improve your deadlifting capacity. So first, let's talk about who pioneered the hack lift. George Hackenschmidt was an old-time strongman and athlete who would use the hack lift on a regular basis to up his drive and pulling strength from the ground. He also pioneered the hack squat, which is a bit more of a variation where we're squatting really deep with the barbell set on our lower back, and also pioneered the hack press, which gets into pressing weight off the floor, maximizing bench press capacities. Now, this lift in particular has helped me add 20 kilos on my raw deadlift in the past year, which is crazy at my age. I'm 38 and I've been lifting for quite a while. Deadlift has been plateaued. Started looking for more unique approaches to how I might be able to break that plateau, and the hack lift is what kept resonating with me the most. So let's dive into some of the reasons why you should be considering this lift in your training. Okay, so first let's take a look at the lift itself. Essentially, doing a deadlift with the bar behind us. And what you can actually just think about here is we're doing everything in reverse that we would do with a conventional deadlift. So instead of sitting back, driving through the heels, we're going to be thinking about sitting forward, driving through the forefoot. So choose a traditional setup you use with your conventional deadlift. All you're going to be thinking about doing there is trying to drive forward from the start and lock the weight out. Okay, reason number one why you should use the hack lift. Training spine flexion at a safe capacity. Every strong deadlifter trains and pulls their deadlift with some form of spine flexion. Now we know that this is actually something that is safe for us to train. We just need to find the right steps and progressions to start. And the hack lift is a great option for that because pulling from a hack lift has to be done from a flexed spine position. But the benefit is that the moment arm is much shorter. So the barbell, instead of being in front of us, creating a lot more stress at the tissues in flexion, is behind us right under the hips. So it's substantially less stress in flexion, so it gives you a chance to actually practice those positions and to learn to pull from them with much better form. Reason number two, delayed knee extension. So if you're going to pull some big weight on your deadlift, we want to find ways to train the ability to delay knee extension. In doing so, we're going to maximize the hips and the glutes and get a much stronger lockout. You can't do a hack lift without delaying your knee extension. If you do, you're going to get jammed and stuck behind the knees here. So it's a really good self-coaching tool to help you correct that and get stronger at delaying your knee extension. Reason number three, stronger base of support. When finding speed off the floor, we want to find the best base of support as possible to maximize our strength. Oftentimes you could get caught with your foot in too much supination, making it much harder to maximize that strength off the floor. Again, this is another trait that we find in the best deadlifters in the world. Within a split second, they're able to pronate the foot and really maximize that base of support so that you can get a really strong pull off the ground. So the hack lift forces you into doing that. So when you're ready to pull up, you're going to want to think about pronating your foot, and that's also going to help you maximize dorsiflexion of the ankle. So many other experienced lifters have found that putting the time and effort into building up the hack lift, you should be able to pull more in the hack lift than you do in your conventional deadlift. It just takes a matter of time in building up these qualities that we're talking about here, but that makes a lot of sense when we talk about force vectors and how the shorter moment arm is less stress through the body. Now, I experienced this myself, taking my hack lift from 300 pounds, barely coming off the floor, to 500 pounds, which equated to a 45-pound PB on my raw conventional deadlift. So it's one of those things where we need to invest the time first and have a little bit of faith in the process, but it'll be worth it in the end if you do. And if anything, you're going to bring up all of these qualities, taking heavier weight off the floor with more optimal form and technique. So if you've been running into a plateau with your deadlift, you may want to consider running a full training cycle on just the hack lift. If anything, along the way, you're going to try something different, learn some new things, work on some different skills, and that's all that matters is staying in the game.